Hello students, I welcome you all to EPG Pathshala. Myself Professor Sampath Kumar Swain, working as Professor at Department of Tourism Management in the Indira Gandhi National Tribal University, Amarkantak, Madhya Pradesh. Today, I am going to give a presentation on cost-benefit analysis of tourism. After completing this module, students will be able to understand the concept of cost-benefit analysis, various types of cost-benefit analysis, know the concept of cost-benefit analysis in tourism, understand the execution of cost-benefit analysis technique for tourism development. Introduction. Being the world's largest service industry, tourism provides all sorts of profits to the host community and the destination. It involves offering employment to a large group of people in many different sectors, reviving the culture of a place, providing financial support to rural communities, social upliftment of the host and environment protection. But on the other hand, if not practiced in a planned and organized manner, can ruin the environment of a destination, distort the culture and bring up a lot of disadvantages in the destination. Therefore, before introducing or establishing tourism in a destination, it becomes very important to check the cost and benefits involved and to be experienced by the residents. The costs ideally should be lower than the benefits gained by the residents. Only then the tourism would deliver more positive impact to the destination. Community and negative impacts of tourism practices will be minimized. Various attempts were made in different countries to analyze whether the benefits of tourism overshadow the damage caused by tourism in the destination. It was World Wildlife Federation in 2002 who took up a project to study the benefits of tourism with a sample of Thompson holidays. They developed a tool to measure the footprint of holidays by the visitors where, unfortunate, their device did not measure the social cost suffered by the destination. Cost-benefit analysis and its types. Cost-benefit analysis is a technique that significances to describe and quantity the social advantages and disadvantages of policy in terms of common monetary unit is a critical task. The aim of cost-benefit analysis is to analyze the cost, the disadvantages, the benefits, the advantages of any proposal. It becomes easy to perform such analysis when the cost and benefits are quantified in monetary terms. But when the analysis is performed on a societal outlook, it becomes difficult to examine the scenario. The cost-benefit technique balances cost against benefits of a design to show the net benefit of the plan. Cost-benefit analysis is a systematic approach that can be used to compare costs and benefits of a policy, project or decision generally from the viewpoint of society as a whole. Cost-benefit analysis generally involves comparing the total expected cost of each project with the benefits involved and measuring whether the cost is more or the benefit of the project is more. Cost-benefit analysis can be further alienated into three forms: economic cost-benefit analysis, social cost-benefit analysis, environmental cost-benefit analysis. Economic cost-benefit analysis. The economic cost-benefit analysis relates to the measuring the monetary benefits and cost gained by the tourism development assignments in a destination. This technique gives a blueprint of the financial profits and losses of the tourism projects and the ventures which are implemented by the government. Before finalizing the implementation of any tourism related project in an area, it becomes mandatory to run this financial profit loss assessment, which would provide a check on the investment done for a particular project and the profits being incurred in lieu of it. The project should only be approved to be fit for the estimation and its communities when the analysis results in increased profits and the benefits of the project than the cost involved in setting up it. This would initialize the economic growth of the destination through tourism development projects, helping the local authorities to increase their benefits from the tourism projects and transfer the monetary benefits to the bottom of the pyramid to communities. The economic benefits are the only benefits which can be measured and estimated accurately in monetary terms. While starting a venture, it should always be estimated whether the costs are more or the benefits. The project should only be approved if the benefits overshadow the costs of the project. This would bring about more profits for the government and the authority of the destination. Economic cost. Development of tourism infrastructure such as airports, roads, recreational facilities, etc. have their own cost, the local government. Otherwise, it can be used to build other communities related infrastructure like hospital, school and other facilities and services. Tourism may inflate property values and swell prices of goods and services. Tourists coming from have higher purchasing capacity can offer higher price for land and other goods because of their higher intensity towards owing to the specific goods and services. Most of the economic benefits that are to be derived from tourism development will leave the community if outside interests get priority to own the tourism development. There is a sizable amount of foreign exchange revenues that goes back out of the host countries to cater tourism in tourism related imports. Tourism demands those products and services which are unavailable in the local communities, so they buy from outside destination country economy. Instead, host should try to convince tourists with local made product as alternatives to satisfy tourist demand for specific product. Tourism employment is more or less tend to be seasonal. Workers employed in tourism industry may be laid off in lean season as income generated from tourism in this season are very much less to get large number of employment. In the tourism industry, many jobs are poorly paid. This is a particular problem in destination country where the local workforce lack the ability and skills to fill the higher paid management position in tourism and its related organizations. The number of tourist inflow can be adversely exaggerated by events and activities beyond the control of the destination. For example, terrorism, economic recession and others. This is a huge problem in countries which largely depend on tourism. Tourism also follows a product life cycle. Destination with a final stage of decline no longer offers new and diverse attractions for the tourist. The quality of services may also get diminished with the increase of outside competition and tourist saturation. Economic benefits. Tourism helps in diversifying and stabilizing the local economy. It helps local economy to grow and foster by way of enlarging the market by catering the tourists from different places and countries. It provides with extra tax revenues through airport taxes, accommodation and restaurant taxes, sales and service taxes, park entrance and other fees, employee income tax, other related taxes each year to local and national government. Tourism creates local business opportunities and skilled and semi-skilled jobs. These include all those jobs directly related to tourism, that of travel agents, tour services and hotels, those that indirectly support tourism like food production and services and housing construction. Tourist money is returned back to the local economy over and over again as it is spent. It has a reciprocal impact on local economy. Tourism brings new money into the economy. Tourism helps to attract extra businesses and services to accelerate and support the tourist industry. Tourism is a labor-intensive service industry. In every step of tourism, human services are required for smooth functioning, starting from booking of ticket to travel agent to tour guide in touring places to room service in accommodation and catering services in restaurants to other allied services required to tourists from time to time. Tourism earns valuable foreign exchange to destination country. It is only industry where foreign exchange is earned without transferring of goods outside the country. Tourist sells out their hard-earned money for getting experience and ambience of a destination. Social cost benefit analysis. A social cost benefit analysis technique is a method of measuring the impacts caused by a tourism venture or a policy implementation. It comprises the project like investment cost, taxes, profits, along with the social impacts of the project like pollution, environmental safety, spatial quality and health repercussions. The social cost benefit analysis in tourism is important because of societal norms which are often subjected to neglect by the policymakers in the shadow of economic benefit. Keeping in mind the unique culture of any place of tourism can flourish in a much more productive way by using the social cost benefit technique, which would help the decision makers and policy makers of the destination to protect the culture and traditional beliefs of the destination. For example, for island destination or more vulnerable destination than the mainland destinations, it is very essential to perform a social cost benefit analysis in order to safeguard the norms and sacred values of tribal communities and other residential communities, so as to extract the maximum benefit from the tourism activities, economically as well as socially. The tourism activities in such areas should contribute to growth of the communities and the not destruction of the age-old traditions. Social cost. The destination may attract visitors or tourists whose lifestyles and ideas may conflict with the host communities. For example, the tourists may use drugs and alcohol in banned areas like religious places and create scene that hurt their religious sentiment and dilute the piousness of the places. It may change individual tourist behavior, family relations. It may lead to intensify the growth in sexually transmitted diseases through interaction between host and guest communities. It may cause loss of traditional values and culture in host communities through imitation or adoption of tourist behavior or by cultural diffusion resultant from everyday interaction with them. It may lead to create congestion and crowding in everyday transportation, traffic or in public services. Communities are using host and guest may compete within themselves for available public facilities, services and existing recreation and shopping opportunities. Sometimes it results in harassment of tourists as they were perceived to be wealthy and it will lead to an increase in crime rate in the area. Sometimes the residents of place have been displaced from their lands and belongings. For example, some beaches have been cleared and reserved for hotel guests only while local people is barred to access beaches from which they are earning their livelihood. These type of activities are clear violations of human rights. Social benefits. Tourism brings in money from outside to building and upkeep of community facilities and services, which otherwise might not be established. It encourages civic involvement and pride from their culture and traditions, built on natural resources. It provides a platform for cultural exchange among hosts and guest communities. It encourages the preservation of local festivals and cultural events through celebration that otherwise gets lost in time. Tourism can also benefit residents by developing facilities and infrastructure for them. It encourages both host and guest to learn of new languages and skills. It helps in giving new lifeline to endangered languages. Tourism related funds were used to build schools and other social infrastructure in some areas. Environmental cost benefit analysis. The environmental cost benefit in this area of global warming and ozone depletion can end up being the most beneficial technique. Every project in tourism goes under the assessment of environmental impact. The environmental cost benefit technique is the one which helps a concerned authority to keep a check on the environmental impacts of the project by listing down the benefits happening to the environment. By the venture and the cost, the environment has to pay for the same. The project should only be passed if the list benefits is longer than the cost incurred by the environment in running the project. This pays a genuine help to the environment of the destination in conserving and protecting the flora and fauna species. For instance, the accommodation facilities constructed in the premises of the protected areas such as the national parks or reserves needs to be checked at a regular basis in order to maintain the sanctity of the environment and it begins. The environment cost benefit analysis plays a very major role in helping the creatures around the area, whether the plants, animals or the primitive human beings, by preserving the endangered species and respecting the culture and values of the destination communities. Environmental cost. Tourism may threaten explicit natural resources and assets such as mountains, beaches, coral reefs, historical sites and other specific sites. It may increase litter and pollution as number of tourists increases. Tourism brings competition for limited natural resources such as land and water. It may result in loss of wildlife, flora and fauna, deterioration of scenic beauty and land degradation. It directly contributes to solid waste pollution and sewage problem in tourist hosting region. Pollutant emissions generated by different forms of transport have significant environmental problems that directly related to tourism environmental benefits. Tourism promotes conservation and preservation of natural and cultural resources. It also helps in maintenance and restoration of historical resources. It encourages community revitalization, execution of cost benefit analysis technique for tourism development. Cost benefit analysis in tourism can be extremely beneficial so as to estimate the amount of cost acquired in making of the destination and the benefit resulted through the cost made. It should be mandatory for all the policy makers, government tourism agencies and private players to estimate the benefit through the CBA technique. This will provide them a beneficial framework with a clear vision of what the tourism will bring about for the place and the community. Every agency before starting any project undergoing this technique will come to know whether or not the tourism will bring more benefits to the community or only increase the negative impacts of tourism for the residents and the environment. The cost benefit analysis technique in tourism allows listing the advantages and disadvantages of the practices taking place in the destination, therefore highlighting the positive and negative impacts of tourism, while the applicable costs and benefits are listed. Some come out to be accurate, some to be erroneous. The following information is to be gathered to perform the technique for tourism development of a destination. An account of public and private support services must be created. The public support services may include the recreational parks, sewage system, solid waste management system, water supply, medical facilities, footpaths and road maintenance, etc. Whereas the private support system may include cab services, hotel and motel room services, guides in the tourist sites, restaurant services, etc. If the capacity of the private and public support systems does not meet the present or the future needs of the destination, its communities and the visitors, expansion of the services could be done so as to meet demands and needs of the community and visitors. A forecast survey can be conducted based on the previous year's tourist arrivals of how many tourists will be arriving in following years so as to keep the destination sufficient services sufficiently ready for the tourist. This will help in management of the services, not allow the wastage or scarcity of services by providing the enough facilities. Impact of the visitors' expenditure on the local revenue needs to be calculated so as to estimate the benefit of the tourist spending on the local livelihood and the revenue generated. It can be calculated by estimating the expenditures on different types of tourists arriving at the destination, including the overnight stay, overnight, day visitor or camper, or multiplying it by projected increase in each type of tourist, including the changes occurred in the expenditure levels with the introduction and arrival of new facilities to estimate the increase in sales as a result of tourism development. If the additional revenue generated by the tourist activities increases in a destination and it exceeds the cost of additional services, the tax relief can be provided to the local residents. This can help the local residents incur more benefits from tourist expenditure and the activities on which they spend when the investment and maintenance cost of those activities will be less than the expenditure of the tourist. There exists a lot of seasonal fluctuations in a destination. Tourism can reduce these variations by providing employment and creating new opportunities for the local residents during the peak as well as off season of the destination. This can increase the benefits provided by the tourism activities and thus reducing the cost invited for setting up of the tourism related activities in the destinations. Apart from economic benefits, tourism also provides cultural benefits for the residents of the place where the tourism activities are performed. The tourist can renew the dying art and culture of any destination by showing interest in tangible and intangible art forms of the destination. Several tourists are attracted towards the local festivals and cultural events which promote the unique culture of the place. The cost and benefit of tourism development can be measured in different ways and different levels of precision. The positive side of tourism development can be investing in those projects which in few years would bring up economic benefits like recreational parks, heritage hotels, museums and other sightseeing places. The negative side of tourism activities can be that these constructions cause environmental degradation and cultural extinction. To get an increased benefit from the tourism in a particular place, listing down the costs and benefits separately and subtracting the cost from the total benefit would imply the net measurable benefits. If the net measurable benefits is positive, only then the destination should proceed with the tourism development. Otherwise, they should plan for increasing the benefits and reducing the cost of practicing tourism in the destination for the betterment of the community and the environment. Summary. The cost benefit analysis technique in tourism industry contributes to minimizing the negative impacts of tourism ventures and increasing the benefits of the tourism projects and practices. It not only helps in maximizing the economic benefits but also the social and environmental benefits involved in the tourism industry. The tourism industry is vulnerable to the social and environmental issues and thus should be dealt in an organized manner. The cost benefit analysis technique helps in extracting the maximum economic, social and environmental benefits of tourism development and reduces the negative impacts caused by tourism development in the destination. With this, I would like to conclude this presentation. Thank you.